As Nigeria clocks 57, lawmakers in the Lagos State House of Assembly speak on the journey so far and their dreams for Nigeria. Lagos Assembly warms up for its annual constituency town hall meetings scheduled for the 6th of October 2017 pass. More than 5,000 residents of Lagos within and outside Alimosho Federal Constituency were beneficiaries of a free surgical operation organized by the lawmaker representing the area in the State House of Assembly. We have details coming up. Amidst the colorful celebrations of Nigeria, at 57 members of the Lagos State House of Assembly have expressed great hope for Nigeria in spite of its numerous challenges. A warm welcome to you out there. This is Lagos Parliament and I'm your regular host, Abimbola Agbebi. Coming up first on this week's episode of the program is the lawmakers' reactions to the independence anniversary of Nigeria.
Get closer to your legislators. See them in action as they deliberate on moving the state forward. Watch updates on weekly events, presentation of bills, passage of laws, adoption of resolutions, and many more. Also, get a chance to meet the lawmaker of the week and watch the legislators observe plenary in Yoruba language. Lagos Parliament, every Thursday 7:30 p.m. and Sunday 11 a.m. respectively on TVC News Nigeria and TVC Entertainment. Lagos Parliament, bringing the legislators closer to you.
The most important thing for Nigeria is to get a very national and dynamic leadership, one that is less corrupt and one that is focused, very, very focused on development of the country. Let me say that the last 2 years of Buhari regime, there has shown leadership in certain area. There is no denying the fact that he's been able to attack, as it were, this Boko Haram insurgency in Northeast and is successful on that front. There is no denying the fact that he has worked on corruption and has been able to fight it. Think of all these mind-boggling exposures, maybe on armed deals involving Dasuki, all of these issues involving designing and co. We need that kind of leadership in Nigeria to unite us, to show that we can work as a country. And I see a great lot of hope in Nigeria, whereby we are well integrated, not call for secession, on regionalism and what have you.
It is worth commemorating. At least we have to remember when we started being what we are now, you know, a people with their own independent rule, so to say. We are alive. I don't know for any other person. I am better this year than last year, and I believe Nigeria is better this year than last year. You may say some people are already agitating for breakaway from Nigeria, talking about the Biafrans. My belief is always that a country that has independence must continue to commemorate its independence, to reawaken the consciousness of the people and tell them that we are independent. If we have not gotten it right, the fact that we have opportunity to react, to remind ourselves, gives us opportunity to reflect over. So if we don't have anything to do, let's reflect over where we are coming from, how we have fared, where we are. If it's just holding the flag of Nigeria, if it's just dressing in white and green, just to say, I am in Nigeria, We are proud of what we are. So I'm sure people in Congo cannot be so happy. People in war-torn countries cannot be happy. We have our peculiar problems. We have our challenges. But notwithstanding, we still have a corporate Nigeria that we can still call our own. My prayers would be that God should continue to guide our leaders' strides, the youth the truth to know, and the public to give the leaders what they need to be focused.
In terms of progress, no, far from it. We have not been making progress at all. Well, I would say that in the life of a nation, 57 years is nothing. A nation will be here forever. But 57 years is just a lot in the life of a human being. Now, I'm aware of some other countries that we got independent at the same time. They are far ahead of us now. So we are still crawling. We are still contending with issues that are militating against our progress. So those are things that are drawing us back. But I believe with persistence, endurance, cooperation, and good leadership, we'll get to where we desire to go.
At 57, we should have gone past the stage we are in now. At a time, I know when I was still small, when oil was not discovered, we were relying on agric. But with the coming of oil came so many problems, so many headaches. People were not ready to work again. Everybody wants to go into oil drilling or whatever, and people are not even ready to farm again. And I think we have to go back to where we lost it, go back to basics, and go back to agric. That is the only thing. My prayers that we should continue to be in peace, because it's under a peaceful atmosphere you can develop. Pray for our jobs for our children. Pray for good health. Pray for government to provide basic things, basic infrastructures for our people. And that's my prayer.
We have been moving from strength to strength. We may not be where we were supposed to be, but then it's not as if we were really lagging behind. And in the Committee of Nations in Africa, Nigeria still seems as the giant of Africa. So that means we are still moving. But I must tell you, if you look at it critically, you discover that Nigeria is gradually moving out of recession, because our currency is appreciating, it's getting its footing back. Like before that, the currency was just dropping and dropping. And when you look at our GDP, you discover that Nigeria is gradually moving out of recession. You understand? But in a practical term, food on the table of layman, employment opportunity for the less privileged, we are still to get it right. And our leadership should look inward to see how you can bring succor to the younger ones and to the less privileged. If there is food on the table of Nigerians, if there is work for people to do, there will be lesser agitation from nook and cranny of the country. You understand? So the leadership should be more proactive and more practical.
Still in the mood of Nigeria's independence anniversary, students of public schools in Ikorodu area of Lagos took to the streets to celebrate the day in their own way. As it's the tradition in the community, lawmaker representing the area in the State House of Assembly says the occasion was designed to create awareness in the community on the significance of the independence anniversary.
It is a program that is designed to commemorate the Nigerian independence every year. And the idea came up because I thought sometimes that during Independence Day, since March Past now take place centrally, not much activities goes on in the various divisions. So in Ikorodu division, which is peculiar to me, I designed this program for secondary school students to run through the streets so that people will know that something is happening. It's my own way, little way of commemorating Nigerian independence. And we name it after the monarch, monarch of Ikorodu. This is the 3rd edition. And the idea also is for children to interact with themselves, to discover talent that can be taken up by the Sports Commission and to develop them into international standards. Something happened here today. The person that came last got the highest reward because she got injury along the way, and she rather will walk the distance than be taken to the distance. That was perseverance, that was determination, that was commitment. So the Nigerian youth should persevere. Nigerian youth should be dogged. Nigerian students should be determined. Nigerian youth should be goal-getter. When they set their goal, let them go for it, let them stand by it, and let them pursue it with vigor.
Away from the independence anniversary, it's another time of the year when lawmakers in the Lagos State House of Assembly engage their constituents simultaneously across the 40 constituencies in the state. Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, made the announcement during the House's plenary.
Bí a ṣe ti mọ̀ láti ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ìjókòó ilé ìgbìmọ̀ yìí tí a mọ̀ ní ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹjọ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe ìpàdé ìta gbangba pẹ̀lú àwọn tí a wá ṣojú níbí. Ètò náà dẹ̀ máa ń wáyé kí a tó ṣe ìfilọ́lẹ̀ ìṣúná owó. Èyí ni tí ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹta yìí ló máa wáyé láàrin ọ̀sẹ̀ tí a fẹ́ mú tó bọ́ sí ọjọ́ Jímọ̀ tí ó ń bọ̀ lọ́nà.
Meanwhile, lawmakers have expressed high expectations at the forthcoming town hall meetings. They urge their constituents to come out en masse, as it's the tradition to meet minds with their representatives.
Well, it's a good thing. Number one has to thank God for being alive to witness another one. At the same time, one has to appreciate the fact that one is still available to attend to people's needs. So it's the core aspect of our job, and I'm happy doing it. So it's been very effective. And even if you look at the governor himself, he has started this town hall meeting and he has been doing it consistently, which means that what Assembly is doing, Lagos State Assembly is doing, is very germane and is very crucial to people. And if people are emulating it, I think it's good for us all.
Well, I would like to listen to my people. I would like to get their own input. I would like them to be very, very objective. I think it is very, very important that we have this town hall, not only on a yearly basis. I think beyond having town halls meeting, I think we should continue to engage our constituents. It is a wake-up call to even our constituents to know that government is not a one-side thing. It is the government of democracy, is government of everybody. So I believe that it's important that our constituents take advantage of this town hall meeting to express their views.
Lagos Parliament, bringing the legislators closer to you.
Now, rather than throw parties on their birthdays, two members of the Lagos State House of Assembly decided to reach out to the downtrodden within and outside their constituencies in the state. Chairman, House Committee on Information, Security and Strategy, Honorable Tunde Braimon, gave some money to indigents in his constituency to grow their small-scale businesses.
We are proud of him. He's a gentleman to the core. He has feeling of the people. He has brought about alleviation of and reduction of poverty of our people. particularly party members, and of course all members in the constituency Kosofe 2 that he is representing. We want to associate with him. We also want to thank God in his life for adding another year to his life. And he has touched the lives of about 60 people, giving them a token, very token indeed, but it's big, about 25,000 to each beneficiary. We should celebrate him. We should thank God in his life. We should appreciate him for all this kind gesture that he has done.
I just want to say thanks for the money they give to us to start a business, that they'll be seeing more blessing, and they are really trying a lot.
What I want them to do with the money is to sow a seed with the money. And as the seed continues to germinate, I will support them. I will not leave them. I'm taking their particulars. I'm going to monitor them. When we see that we give you a token and you are maximizing or optimizing it, we'll support you further. This is a recurrent thing. I'm not going to leave them like that. I want to just take up, at least out of the 60, I'm sure about 10 will be due for my mentorship. When I was local government chairman, I gave it to 120 people. Out of the 120, 7 became successful entrepreneurs of their own. Through my, but when I was monitoring them, they didn't know. Some took the money, they bought television sets, radio sets. Right? Those are liabilities. So we are looking at what they will do with the money. Those who use it well, I will recruit them. I will continue to support them. And what makes this one different is that instead of going out to reach out to the needy, I brought the needy to my house, and we are in camaraderie, in homie, conviviality nature. We are having fun together. We just have to stop playing lip services to the basic needs of the people. We have to know that there are some things around which life itself rotates. Even as recent as 1979, civil servants were buying houses made available by the government for about 2,000 naira rent to own. So we have to do some of these things, and federal government is keeping too much money. That's why we have to restructure. We have to develop power into the states, let the states have more emancipation and economic powers and capacity to be able to deliver the people from the doldrums of the economic excruciation that they are facing. My wishes for Nigeria is to be better, to be safer, to be more prosperous, to be happier for us to live. We don't have any other place that we can call our own. This is our country. We just have to make this project work. We don't have a choice. And we must, and united we stand, divided we fall. We cannot afford to bacanize ourselves. We cannot afford to disintegrate or decimate or dissipate ourselves. We want to come together, forge a common force, and wrestle ourselves from the doldrum of poverty.
He has done a lot of things for us. He has done. I don't even know how to, expatiate my feelings, because whenever his door is open for any Lascota members in Kosofe zone. I wish him a very, very, very happy birthday, long life and prosperity.
I appreciate what he did today, and I commend him for it. And I pray that God, in His infinite mercy, will continue to add more years to his life and more blessing. So that's all I can say.
Your chat to those who, of course, have benefited from that good gesture.
That's what I'm saying. They should just not throw it away. They should not use it for Owambe purposes. Go and buy fabric and look good. That's not it. They should just, if you've been trading before, you add it to what you have. If you haven't, you start something petty with it. Use the money judiciously, so that at least, this impactation that he has done will really have some meaning on you. So that's just the advice.
Now, some indigents of Lagos within and outside Alimosho Federal Constituency who had lived with certain life-threatening diseases and deformity for many years were recently beneficiaries of a free surgical operation organized by a lawmaker in the State House of Assembly on the occasion of his birthday. Speaking with TVC News, the lawmaker, Honorable BC Yusuf, called on the state government, corporate bodies and individuals to initiate similar projects, especially for the care of indigents in the society.
I came here because I have a lump in my breast. Actually, it's just a sharp pain that just come for 5 minutes, then later it will leave, but it do come on and off. So I want to say a big thank you to him for doing this, and may God keep on blessing him and his generation.
Ọṣẹ operation I ní problem fún mi, mo dẹ̀ succeed láyọ̀ àtàlàfíà, so ara mi ti wà okay báyìí.
But will it need any problem?
More than 4 years now, but no money. Kò sówó ìlú, kò sí nǹkan kan. Àwa mẹ̀kúnnù wọ́n kàn fi àjẹ wá ní tó bá sí àwọn bàbá olóore tọ́kọ̀ rò pé yá kìíní káwọn máa ṣe bí a ṣe máa gbé kiri nìyẹn. Èmi kọ́ máa ran Nàìjíríà lọ́wọ́, Nàìjíríà fúnra rẹ̀ kọ́ bá lè máa ṣerú nǹkan báyìí, it will be better, kọ́ máa ṣàánú wa. Àwọn dá honorable senator táwọn bá lè máa gbé kìíní wá sí any constituency wọn tó bá ti jáde kọ́ máa ṣe báyìí, because mo mọ̀ pé èmi nìkan kọ́ ni kìíní wà, more than 100 people ló ṣe fún mi báyìí. So irú ẹ̀ náà kọ́ bá ń ṣe kiri àìmọye èèyàn tí ó gbọ́n Nàìjíríà inú mi á dùn gan.
I must confess to you, I'm fulfilled. When you say self-actualization, I've reached that point now, in the sense that I've seen the essence of life is nothing but service to humanity. No matter whom you are, whatever, how rich you are, whatever the kind of money you have in your bank account, if you are not impactful to the people, you are nowhere, you are nothing. So definitely, with what I have seen, we have challenges in this country, too much. And that's why I am taking this opportunity to tell the government, both a state and the federal, that we should lay priority on health. With what I've seen here, 5 days, and we have clocked almost 400 operations. Yet we have almost 800 to be attended to. It's not a joke. This is something that it should be, it could be declared a state of emergency for health services. People are suffering. You can see them where they are. You can see the way they are, how they are living. You can see the man from Badagry with the Kellogg. Highly embarrassing. The man is not the only one that is sick. Everybody around him, including myself, we are sick. Because at the sight of that man, you cannot eat. And if you cannot eat, you are sick. Now, the healing of that very man is the healing of the society around him. Because he will be living freely and you will be living freely, you will be okay. We are not only providing the health facility for them, by the special grace of God, my foundation will see to the education of these kids. Because I will live to see these kids attain what any human being can attain in life. And I thanks also to my partner in America, who has come right away from America to support me. Engineer Dele Aniyikaye is a wonderful guy. Well, let them take, please, let's take the health as a priority. Let's take health as priority.
The initiative I think, is something that is unbelievable. When I was there last year, my brother, I think, is one of the vice chairman of Alimosho. He invited me to come last year. I was following them around for 4 days. I was moved. And I promised them, I said, okay, if you can keep this thing up, I will see what I can do next year. And I called them middle of the year. I said, okay, I will bring some doctors from US. And if you go inside that surgery, unless if you're not a woman being. This is the people that they don't have any money. And who's going to help them if we don't help them? It's not about the money. It's about being a woman being. And we do this humanitarian all over the world. And we have a lot of Nigerians in abroad that can contribute. Those doctors are brought into to Nigerians, they have their own clinic. They shut it down because of this. And all of them now, they're going back. But next year, it's going to be better than this. This thing is bigger than this man. It's a small guy, but he has a big heart. And I told him, I said, listen, if you keep this thing up, we support you. These people need this. They need a lot of things. We need a lot of things in Africa. I mean, you're a reporter. I mean, you've been all over the places. So if we don't help them, if we wait for the government, I have nothing against the state government, federal government, but we are the people that's going to help these people. When they see some beautiful thing, you should support them.
We gave birth to him 3 years ago, and that was how we gave birth to him. They call it still birth formation. And there was swelling here, and they refer us to Mercy Hospital at Lagos. We'd been there several times, and they said we should let him be 5 years before the operation should be carried out. But we heard of this program here day before yesterday, and I told my wife to be here yesterday, and she was here yesterday. And she was attended to yesterday, and they asked her to come today. And eventually, I took him in, and they used syringe to remove they said it's the salivary gland that accumulated there. I'm very grateful, and I pray that God will continue to help him, and in his pursuit in life, that will be great.
I really thank him. He has done so beautifully well. This is what we are saying. This is what they call dividend of democracy. When you vote for them in and they are giving you something back. I think I really want to appreciate him. And the entire people of Limosho are appreciating him for this laudable program. And God will continue to be with him. He has done beautifully well.
And with that, we've come to the end of the program this week. Thank you for staying with us. To catch up with previous episodes of Lagos Parliament, log on to www.youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Abimbola Agbebi. See you next week.